We are at Fishpot Creek on the Meramec River. Now, it's actually fishable, but it's challenging because you can see there's a lot of debris behind me and that makes it harder to get a place to actually fish at. But I think I'm just gonna throw some stuff essentially like in the confluence and see if we can get anything. Got worms and cut bait. That's just a look at the mountains of debris it's delivered. Fishing on that debris will be difficult, but I think I can manage. As you can see, we got a nice piece of bluegill here, and we're gonna launch it right into the confluence. The deepest part is on that side of the confluence, so that's exactly where we're gonna launch this. And I definitely see a lot of wisps of fish out there. I think they're mostly gar, unfortunately. That is most excellent. We're also gonna launch some worms, obviously, and hopefully we'll get a fish soon. Well, fishing hasn't gone as well as I hoped. I thought I would get like at least some drum bites or something. I keep on getting bites on the other river thing over there, but can't hook for some reason. I don't understand. It's just, you know, no catfish is bit. This place is at least a couple of feet deeper. There's a lot of wood, but there should be stuff here. I'm throwing this curly tail grub because none of my other tactics have worked. The cut bait I think has gotten attention from a little bit of gar. And the worms have just been stolen. So not really sure what to think about this. I'm gonna try to throw it over there and see if I can get a bite on this curly tail grub. Hopefully I can get like a bass or something. People do catch white bass and hybrids here, so maybe there's a couple of these around, but the water is extremely murky. Finally, I got a fish I think that hooked on and can't get off. It's probably not a gar, although it might be. I've hooked some pretty small gars before. The larger ones I can never really seem to bring in, but this one's not off. It's feeling like it's sounding like a drum, but that's okay. After a long time of not getting anything, getting a fish is good. It's small though. It is pretty small. It is a drum. It's a small freshwater drum. I have enough cut bait, so I'm not going to use it as cut bait anymore, but hey, at least I got un fishy. Still a little bit big to use as live bait though. Although I am thinking about it. If I get one this small again, I might just throw it out as a flathead bait. All right, fishy, see ya. You know, those fish always are a little bit stunned when they get thrown back, but then they eventually get in. All right, let's toss this back out into the abyss. Hopefully we'll get something besides a drum. Would be a good catfish, would be nice. You know, I have caught catfish around this place. I just haven't caught any of the big ones here. So hopefully that'll change tonight, but we'll see, we'll see. It's a beautiful sunset. I just got another ting there, but gars are just ripping all my bait as it gets darker. I cannot get a catfish for the life of me. I've never caught a big catfish here. I've caught several small ones before, but it's always the same problem here. Even when the water's high, the gars are still at it. All right, I got something here. Is it another gar though? I think this one I actually hooked on. I don't catch gar that often, but yeah, this one I actually hooked. Is it a gar? It is a gar. Pretty much like all the other ones. This one's a little bit bigger than the ones I usually catch, but it is a short-nosed gar fish. All right, not bad, not bad. Not what I want though, not what I want. Short-nosed gar. Finally caught one of the little bastards. Yes, a short-nosed gar. Rarely catch them, but it's okay. Not what I'm after though. Still hoping for a big catfish, but we'll see. So many of these things here that I think it's hard for other fish to compete for bait. They are relentless on searching for bait. They can also stay out of the water for like hours at a time because they can breathe air, just like most other fish that aren't that popular game fish can. Don't really know why people like to fish for fish that are weak, like bass and walleye. They'll see a gar, and it goes straight off. All right, gar catch. Way too many gars in Missouri. They are literally everywhere, on every single river, and I cannot avoid them. I'm pretty sure my other line has a big gar bite on there. So I'm just gonna throw this piece of cut bait on the river as far as I can. Hopefully attract something else besides gar, but let's see what we can get here. All right, I got a big bite on the Meramec. I don't think it's a gar. The pole went crazy and it stayed bent. I'm thinking this is a catfish, and a decent sized one at that. It was in the current, so you got to throw in the current to get a gato fish. All right, let's bring it back up. Bring it back up. I need it to come this way. It's my first non-tiny catfish in Missouri this time around, and I don't want it to let it go. I think it's a channel. It could possibly be a blue, because channels and blues bite the exact same way, but flatheads do not. Flatties definitely do not bite the same way as channels and blues. Can't really see what it is right now, but it's coming in downstream. There it is. It's definitely not a gar. Need to get it over. Okay, I need to step over here. This is an issue with plants being here all over the place. I think it's a channel, just by the eyes. Is that an actual gar? Is that a big gar? Oh my God, it's actually a big gar. I thought for sure that was a gato fish, just by how badly, like it's a big gar though. It is a pretty big gar. Oh my God, it's one of the big long nose. All right, you see that? That is it's like a 3-foot gar. I'll take that. I'll take that, that's a big one. 3-foot gar, all right. Thought this was a catfish, but my gosh, my friends, this is a 49-inch long nose gar. 49 inches. Personal best, 9.6 pounds. Long nose gar. I've seen them like twice as big, or twice as heavy at least, but this is my personal best. All right, we're gonna let this guy go over here. Like my thing keeps on trying to kill me, but yeah, gonna this dude just go gently over here in this slop. I think it's actually gonna be, no, you know what, I'm gonna go over here by the river and just let him out in this good water. He's giving me a personal best, give me some content. We'll treat him nicely like he should be. So here you go, gar. Right out, there you go, right out. Best gar rig ever, just a simple 5/0 hook, 5/0 circle hook, not offset, with a piece of bluegill and basically attached about a foot away from a 2-ounce weight on the Meramec. Let's see if we can catch any more monsters. That was a monster jumping, but I don't really know what it was. I wish that jumping fish would bite one of my baits, but not complaining. Got a new PB today. Doing pretty well on the Meramec. And hopefully we get a couple more, because that would be awesome. But even if we don't, it's a successful day. Might have gotten another gigantic gar, because it's looking exactly like the other bite. It could be a catfish though. I mean, these can, I've always thought catfish would give like harder bites, but it's not the case. These gar actually go pretty berserk when they get caught. I can't really tell what this is. This one seems even heavier than that other one. Maybe not. The other one was pretty heavy. But this is a pretty good fishing day, even if I don't catch any gatos, because I'm actually hooking the gar really well. It's like the first time I've actually been successful hooking gar, mainly because I think they're gigantic gar. They're not like the small ones that we've hooked before. It's way over there though, so I'm gonna have to go over there to get it. Problem is they do all go downstream. And we are going to, is that a gar? Or I think it's a gar. Oh no, it's got trapped in that thing. Over here. I think it's a gar. Just by the shape of it. It's too elongated to be a cat. Could be wrong though, I can't really tell. Nope, yeah, it's a gar. No, it's a flathead, it's a flathead. Oh, that is the target species for today. Flathead gato fish. All right, today has definitely been worth it. I am, oh yeah. That's probably like a 6-7 pounder, but that is a flathead gato fish. I like that. Oh yeah, fishing today on the Meramec after dark definitely paid off. Flathead gato fish. Things heating up tonight, folks. 8.5 pound flathead catfish. Not the size I want, but I'll take it. By the way, they're actually not in the confluence, they're actually in the river because the confluence bait hasn't gotten anything. And we're back home. That was a fun day. Got by far my PB gar, 50 inches, well, 49 inches. It was probably 50 because it was kind of like still a bit curled, but 49 inches, about 9.6 pounds. Hopefully I can beat that next time. I know I've seen bigger ones in the Meramec, but that one was a pretty big gar. Also got my first flathead. Didn't stay out there for too late because I wanted to come back, but it was definitely a fun day. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.